Minnesota is Rust, bringing you Rusty Deals. Look at that unit right there. That's a 70s three-quarter Suburban, isn't it? Ooh, it's got the goodies on there. 1976 GMC Suburban. Remember back here, was it prior to 2000? They were all Suburbans, GMC and Chevy. And then 2000 became the Yukon XL. Yukon, well, of course, the Tahoe. But 76 three-quarter, down from 20 grand to 18.5. But look at this. This is clearly a original owner. Some older gentlemen typically will go through and decorate their vehicles as such. I see pinstriping. I see extra lights. I see decals everywhere. Wow, look at that. A truck was bought from its original owner, had tons of custom options, some from the dealer, some his own shop. This person is the second owner. They bought it because the original guy needed help, so he's doing that person a solid. Instead, I bought it, and now I don't have space due to new ventures. So, curious to see what he paid for that. So if he's knocked $1,500 off already, so there's probably our original owner right there. You can see that guy's got a nice shop. But looking at that, boy, that's got the air horns on the top and everything. So pros, truck has never seen winter, bought it from Pennsylvania, use it only for summer camping. It's got a new big block Chevy, less than 1,500 miles, 10 grand for that. New transmission, I assume it's a Turbo 400, 2,000 for that. Heat works, AC works, all the lights, all the horns, power window works, which is a pain. 8,600 on, or 86,000, pardon me, on this Burbski. There's your nice, looking at the rear, you see those rear springs are kind of sacked out. We have two square body three-quarters, and they're both sacked out from towing. So maybe need some new springs or a little air ride or air shocks in the back or something like that. But love those running boards, all the lights along there. Cons, there's the bench seat has a tear. The ceilings, the headliners coming loose, they all do that on these. We're on the custom woodwork on the driver's door from the owner's arm. That's okay. Aftermarket radio, that's okay. Not four-wheel drive. I don't know. If you're going to drive something in the wintertime, you want something that's not this nice. But, so just two-wheel drive, and that's fine with me. The truck is in storage. It can be, but serious buyer's owner. I know the original owner added a lot of crazy stuff. You don't need to tell me that. It's the reason I wanted to keep it one of a kind. I don't need to sell it, so don't offer me 10 grand. That'd be a good deal at 10 grand. I don't want to trade. My family is moving, and we'll be short on space for a couple of years. Everything works as it should. More pictures can go to a serious buyer. Boy, it's got spotlights. It's got extra towing mirrors and the little corner mirrors. It's got whatever those things are called that hanging on that front bumper there. You can see they got the little light on the top or a reflector. I'm not sure if that lights up or not. So you can see where the corner of your bumper is. Boy, that's got a lot of stuff on it. On the back, extra stickers on the rear window. The light next to the window, the back quarter window, is kind of odd. I assume it lights up, so they had to drill and run a wire for that. Maybe ambulances did that. I'm not totally sure. Ace on the back, Super Wagon, it says on the back. And there's this, up by the front marker light, the little stars, kind of interesting. It's got a push bar, bull bar. It's got, what, 4 sets of fog lights on there, maybe? Lots of stuff going on there. And, I don't know, wheels and tires look pretty good. So then again, here's a side shot again. You can see it's a little sacked in the back. I bet it has dual exhaust. I don't remember seeing pipe out the other side, but it must be. These typically just have one fuel tank, whereas the pickups had an option for 2. These had one big one in the back because the spare hung in the back. Fog lights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Is that a step? Are those steps that fold down from the grill guard there? Maybe. So it said this was a 454. I see the emblem on the grill right there. And it said it was $10,000 into a rebuilt 454 GM Performance. So if they got a 454 crate, I mean, those are, a good place to start. If they spent $10,000, I would hope they had something pretty nice in there. MSD ignition box there. I do see a little tree debris hiding out under the cowl, but that's okay. and they said it was in storage. Boy, look at how close the roof stuff is to the motor for the door, so it's pretty tight. So big picture, what else can you get if you didn't want to spend $18,500 on this 3/4 two-wheel drive cool machine from the 70s? What else can you get? So if we cruise around our marketplace a little bit more, we will see, oh my, we will see this. So here is a square body Suburban that somebody converted to duals. The wheels, don't know if I agree with. Paint's interesting. Still got the big running board on there. Hard to see what year it is, so let's pull that up quick. So this is a 1988 Suburban 8,000. So it better be pretty solid for two-wheel. I guess we don't know the miles. I don't know if it's small block, big block, or whatever. Let's pull up those details quick. So 88 Suburban dually, 454, automatic, two-wheel drive, runs good. Probably has 143, just got the 5-digit. Tires are excellent. Not too much rust, except for the very rear doors. So the bottom of the doors will rust on these because they get plugged up. A rare dually Suburban. Well, yeah, because somebody converted it. Chevy didn't make one unless there was some rogue dealership somewhere that did it. And they're not hard to do. You just cut the wheel wells up, put on fender flares, and add a dually rear end. So that can be done. But it has to be at least a 3/4 to start. Okay, so that was 8,000. Looking at this guy, this is a little bit older, looking by the grill. Another 3/4. I see a lot of surface rust along the sides, kind of odd surface rust. Just rusting in random places. Wonder if something got spilled on it or something. Not sure. This is a 1981 Sport Utility Suburban. So $1,400 is pretty affordable. Then again, if it's just a rust bucket, it's any other $1,000, $1,500 truck that is out there, 80 Chevy. But let's look at some of the details quick. So it's a roller. When I see roller, I see no engine, no transmission, what I see. 81 square body, 4-wheel drive, 90,000 miles. Spent a lot of its life in California and Florida. Well, not all of it, because it's pretty rusty. Ran and drive. They put on some front end parts, pulling the motor and transmission. So I'm surprised that they would put in suspension pieces knowing they're going to pull the engine, but maybe the person bought it recently and did that. But yeah, looking at the rust on that, so it may have started its life away from Minnesota Salt, but that right there is what Minnesota Salt will do when you drive it in the salt and then don't wash it or whatnot, where the salt can just kind of sit and chew that paint up. That's what it does. Auto Trader, jump over to Auto Trader. Let's take a look and see what we can find over there. Always something to look at. 88 two-wheel drive 3/4. So 17.9. So these right here at the end of the square body generation before the GMT 400 jumps in. So this one looks pretty stock for sale in California, so I would assume the body's clean. 17.9 for that one. A little bit older one, 73, first year of the square body. I really dig 73s, love those big round headlights. 15.9, this one appears to be pretty dang stock too. And this one here is in Minnesota, Ham Lake, just north of the metro. Might have to bop over there and take a look at it. That orange is a nice color too, looks like a creamsicle. And one more, 77. So as you can see, the headlights are a little bit smaller. Maybe they're the same, they just look less pronounced. So this looks like to be a pretty stock two-wheel drive 3/4. 12,000 over in Cadillac, Michigan. Not too far of a drive, but we could bop over there too. So they're out there. The pretty clean units are out there. eBay, what do we got hiding out on eBay Motors for us? First up, we have an 88 4-wheel drive 3/4, 22. So this looks to be a little bit more resto-modi. Not sure on the details, but I just saw 22,000. I'm like, well, I don't know, 3/4, 4x4, and oh my. I just lost my breath there. 88 limousine, 454, 3-speed automatic, fuel injected, so this is TBI. Are you looking at this thing? Yep, it's a limo. So there's the middle part here, which was what was added. There's the back half of the third row, the second row there. How long? Oh, look at that. Look at that, baby. So that's a good 5 feet that's been added to that, maybe. So what would you pay for this? Or what are they asking for it is the question. a cool 100,000. So in the description it says this has less than 6,000 original miles. So they're trying to sell it for 100,000 bucks. Hemmings, what does Hemmings have for us today? Jumping on over, we have here an 85, 3/4, two-wheel drive, big block, 15.7. So a nice color, nice shape, looks good. Silverado, got the trim package. It's got the hood emblem. It's all the stuff. Here's a 91 for 33. This was only half ton, but it looked clean and caught my eye. So that's not looking too bad. So if we look at, all the vehicles that are out there, is this 76 3/4? That is like somebody's blood, sweat, and tears. Is that worth 18.5? The problem with something like this is it would break my heart to like change anything on it. It would break my heart to remove any of the, even if I thought having 8 fog lights was silly, I'd want to honor that original owner. And I appreciate what the person selling it now is. They did the same thing. They kept it original like that, because that really is, a period piece. So that'd be great to go to the car shows, great to go get ice cream. That'd be a cool unit. But for 18.5, I don't know if I got that change for something that I can't really drive too much. With that being said, thank you much. Minnesota is road.